Hello everyone, welcome to class 8 civics chapter 1, the last topic, laws and dissent. Here we will learn about how people show their disagreement when any law is passed against their will, against their wishes. So let's begin. What is important here to understand is laws are formulated for the welfare of the people. But a situation may arise where a law might not be in large interest of the people, meaning that if any of the law is passed by the government and the people don't want that law to be passed, means they are not happy with that law, then what happen in that case? What should the people do? Should they obey the law or express their disagreement? So under that situation, under that condition, what is the role of the people? What is the job of the people, or how people can show their disagreement? You can see here a picture that people are holding banner and moving around. This is the way how they are showing their disagreement towards any law. There are many different ways by which people also show their disagreement, that is by protesting, by candle march, by hunger strike, many other things like that to oppose the law. Salt Satyagraha, which is a policy of passive political resistance, especially that advocated by Mahatma Gandhi against British rule in India. So now let us learn more about Salt Satyagraha. The Salt Satyagraha, which is also known as the Salt March, the Dandi March, the Dandi Satyagraha. So what happened here is the British imposed salt tax, according to which the manufacturer and the seller of the salt become a British monopoly, meaning that the British took their full control of manufacturing and selling of salt, and no individual was allowed to make salt. Then Gandhiji launched this salt satyagraha against this salt tax. What he have done? On 12th March 1930, Gandhiji, along with his followers, left Sabarmati Ashram at Ahmedabad and walked to the Dandi, a coastal village in Gujarat. When he reached Dandi on 6th April 1930, where he protested against the tax by making salt from seawater. It signifies a challenge to the authority of the British government, because there was someone who have broken the law that was made by them, and this Dandi March was the beginning of the civil disobedience movement, and this was all about the salt satyagraha. Now some more detail about the Dandi March, which was from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi with the help of map. So you can see here the map of Gujarat, and we can see 2 points over here, starting point and end point. And these green lines are basically the path covered in the Dandi March. Means these are the path which was covered by Gandhiji along with his follower. Basically, it was said that there were 80 of his trusted followers, and the distance which was covered by them, that is from starting point to end point, the distance is 384 kilometers. So Gandhiji along with his group, they used to walk 10 miles a day for 24 days, covering definitely 240 miles in total from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi. And when they reached the end point, which is Dandi, then around 6:30 am on 6th April 1930, Gandhiji broke the salt law by making salt from seawater over here. So this is just to make the things more easy, clear for you to understand the thing, that where these places are, where is Sabarmati Ashram, where is Dandi. Both these places that are there in Gujarat there itself, and which will be able to make the things more clear. Next is anti-liquor movement. This is the movement started by the women of Andhra Pradesh against the continuous consumption of liquor. Here we will learn more about this movement. So here you will learn about anti-liquor movement. There was a large protest against the increase in number of liquor shops. It means liquor shops or alcohol shops, we can say, it was increasing more in number day by day. So the women in Andhra Pradesh led this movement to stop the sale of liquor in unauthorized counters. People had easy access to liquor, which resulted in wasting their money on liquor. Some brave women decided to protest against the sale of liquor. They launched anti-liquor movement. So who launched this anti-liquor movement? They were basically the women of Andhra Pradesh who led this movement. After much protest, the ban was imposed by the government. So law was passed to curb the social evil and to bring social reforms. This was the detail about anti-liquor movement. Along with laws, social awareness is also needed to change the mindset of the people. As being an responsible individual, responsible citizen, one must create awareness in the society against the continuous consumption of liquor. As you can see in this picture, it is written as death in the bottle. It means that if one is consuming continuous liquor every day, then the death is very near. So one should stop consuming liquor. The next picture here is, as April, the current month, okay, is Alcohol Awareness Month. So this month is considered as Alcohol Awareness Month. So being a responsible citizen, being a responsible individual, it will be our responsibility to create awareness in the society against the continuous consumption of liquor. More than half of the people who were treated of substance abuse were from alcohol use. Means many of the violence or many of the domestic violence, many cases happens in the family or in the society is from this continuous consumption of alcohol. Almost every day, 30 people die in a motor vehicle accident that involve alcohol. That is around 88,000 people die each year, and this is the report of in America from alcohol related causes. Along with this, we have here is long-term alcohol use can negatively impact our body. It means that if you are going to one individual is continuously consuming alcohol daily, then any of those body part can be damaged. So these all are the bad effect or the consequences of this continuous consumption of alcohol, and it is our responsibility to create awareness against this in the society. The next topic is rule of law. So let's see what is under it. The rule of law is very simple and easy to understand, as it is written as, the rule of law means that everyone is equal before the law. It implies that no one is above the law. So very simple to understand, that all are equal before the law and nobody is above or below law. So here you can see the picture also where equal balance is there, which is not discriminating against any individual being a male or being a female. So the rule of law implies this thing only. So one must remember that April is Alcohol Awareness Month, and one must create awareness in his family and in his society as well against the continuous consumption of liquor, what problem or what damages it causes. That is help for today, hope for tomorrow. With this, we came to an end of civics first chapter. Next, I will be coming up with history chapter 2. You are supposed to write down about salt satyagraha, about anti-liquor movement, and about rule of law. Also, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay at your home. Thank you.